Hello Capricorn, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to JilleTarot. This is your love reading for the rest of March 2021. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It's not going to resonate with everyone, so let your intuition guide you to the things that are meaningful for you. You could also check out the other signs that make up your chart. A lot of times those readings contain additional messages. And as always, thank you all so much for your awesome support. If this resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. So we're going to see what the main message is for you, Capricorn, regarding love. What does Capricorn need to know regarding love? And we're getting obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. All right, so obsession, obsessive thoughts. Let's get two more cards here. And we're getting growing together. You and your partner allow change to bring you closer together, and growing apart. So how conflicting here. There is a lot of confliction going on in a connection here. It could be obsessive thoughts, feeling 1 minute that you're growing together, and then obsession that you're growing apart. Like I said, there is a lot of conflicting energy, a lot of obsessive, possibly overthinking this situation. So let's get some cards for growing together with the message of you and your partner allow change to bring you closer together. So let's see here. And we're getting the Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So we have, like I said, the main message is obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. And because we have growing together and growing apart, that feels to me like that's what this obsessive overthinking is. With this Queen of Swords, it's cutting out what no longer serves you. It feels like what's no longer serving you, Capricorn, is these obsessive thoughts. Obsession with, are we growing together? Are we growing apart? It just feels like there is this overthinking this situation, being overly sensitive, overly, over controlling this, whether you're growing together or growing apart minute by minute, second by second, just those obsessive thoughts. But you can heal this. But the Queen of Swords, this is about tapping into the energy where you're cutting out what no longer serves you. And whether that's your obsessive thoughts or, actually, when it comes to a connection and a relationship, actually getting truth and clarity in the situation. It's interesting because we have growing together, we have the Queen of Swords. Like I said, when it comes to a connection, relationship, cutting out what's not serving you, if it's those obsessive thoughts, can bring you into this Three of Cups energy. This is coming together for happy times and celebrations. But it feels like if you can't cut out the obsessive thinking, overthinking, the connection in this relationship, it's blocking the Three of Cups. So you need to heal this energy when it comes to obsessive thoughts. It feels to me like this is your energy, Capricorn, more than another person's. There is amazing healing that can come from letting go of the obsessive thoughts and actually coming into this energy. This is your energy here, Capricorn, and this is new, grounded, stable energy that can come in from this healing, tapping into the energy of this Queen of Swords, where you're just not going to take the BS, allowing your obsessive thoughts to control this situation, allowing your obsessive thoughts to block the healing, the happy times, and the celebrations, because we do have growing together and happy times and celebrations and healing. For some of you, this could be in regards to an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, that you are growing together and coming into connection with. The queens are interested in connections and relationships, but this is about truth and clarity. This is about getting truthful and clear in the situation so that you can allow happiness and healing to come in and tap into this new energy where you're ready to bring a grounded, stable energy to your obsessive thoughts, to this connection, to allow you to grow together from a very healed place here. So, and then we come into this grown apart energy. there is distance between you and your partner. So let's get some cards for that. It almost feels to me, before I even flip any cards, it almost feels to me like if the obsessive thoughts continue, if you're still gripped by the obsessive, over-obsessing in this connection, in this situation, and you don't kind of cut out that, it's not serving this connection, that can actually be a cause for pushing you apart, for making you grow apart, for creating distance between you and your partner. So just take that into consideration when it comes to obsession, when it comes to obsessive overthinking this situation. If you can't cut that out, it's not going to serve this connection, and it can actually make you grow farther apart here. So let's get some cards for growing apart. And we're getting the Five of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So there is conflict here, conflict and crisis in the truth and clarity of the situation. It feels to me like you're just not seeing this situation very clearly because of this overthinking, this the obsessive thoughts. It's a lot of conflict and crisis and chaos in your mind, in your mental energy. It's a very heavy burden for you to carry around, Capricorn. This obsession, the obsessive thoughts, are a very heavy burden. And you can actually move away from that, and come into happiness here. This is total emotional happiness with the Ten of Cups. But it feels like this row is a cautionary tale here about the conflict, the crisis, the heavy burden, the heavy toll it can take, this obsessive thought process, this overthinking process. This heavy burden can actually cause somebody to move away. As you grow apart, the distance, the Six of Swords, this is moving away because it feels to me like this is about, this just becomes too much of a burden, too much conflict to overcome, and there is this energy of moving away from this connection. Whether that's moving away from this connection to come more into alignment with this emotional happiness outside of this connection, or actually if you take this as a cautionary tale, your obsessive thoughts, overthinking the situation, can block this growing together energy, this healing energy, and actually cause you to grow apart, create more distance in this situation, and have this heavy Five of Swords energy where this is about conflict in the truth and clarity, carrying this heavy burden. And if you can put down this burden, if you realize that your obsession and your overthinking is causing you to grow apart, you can actually move away from the Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands energy and move towards more emotional happiness, bring happiness, fulfillment back into the situation here. So it's very interesting. Like I said, it's just the conflict here between growing together and growing apart. And the main message is obsession, and that someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. And the fact that there is healing available. The Queen of Swords is saying in this connection, in this relationship, you need to cut out the obsession because it isn't going to serve this connection. If you want happiness, and happiness and happy times and celebrations, coming together with this person is available. But there needs to be a healing energy to the obsession. And you coming into this new power where you bring grounded, stable energy to yourself here, to your own energy, is what's going to allow this healing. And then, like I said, here on the bottom row, we have it's just a caution about if you can't release this obsession, if you can't come to, get a grip on your obsessive thoughts, it's going to cause there to be distance between you and your partner. It's going to cause you to grow apart. And this is you being all up in this mental conflict, mental crisis. It always feels like this obsession, the obsessive thoughts have to do with this connection always being in this mental crisis in your mind. But like I said, it's too, this obsession is too heavy a burden for you to continue to carry around. And it could cause moving on from this connection. Somebody here wants to move towards more emotional happiness. The obsession blocks the emotional happiness. But if you can work through this, if you can come to terms with this obsession energy, overthinking energy, and heal it, you can actually release these two cards and move towards more emotional happiness in this connection, and come back to this allowing change to bring you closer together energy. So let's see what the best advice is for you, Capricorn. Silence. Someone is avoiding confrontation. That could be about you refusing to confront this obsession, to confront your obsessive thoughts, because your obsessive thoughts are just running the show here. And someone, it could be that the other person in this connection is the one that is silenced. They're just, it's like they feel the obsession, but they're trying to avoid conflict because they want to grow together. They want to have, you know, happy times with you, but it feels like it's impossible if you're in this obsession. And it could be that they're feeling grown apart, they're feeling distance from you, but they're not saying anything about it because they want to avoid confrontation. This could be your energy also, Capricorn, where you're just avoiding confronting the issue with the obsessive thoughts. And you know, you're just in the grip of these obsessive thoughts, and it's time for you to confront the situation of obsession, obsessive thoughts, and cut it out. You know, it's not serving you any longer. Once you can do that, when it comes to connections and relationships, you can have happiness here and heal this connection and bring in this grounded, stable energy. And move towards ultimately back into where, you know, you're growing to get, we start out here with growing together, and we end with total emotional happiness that's possible, and moving towards that. But only if you deal with the Five of Swords, the mental conflict, and what the burden is here in this connection. So remember not to stay silent. Remember to not avoid confronting your obsessive thoughts, and not avoid, you know, maybe communicating with this Queen of Swords the truth and clarity about your obsessive thoughts. It feels to me like this is your energy, Capricorn. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a great rest of the month. And until next time, I wish you lots of love and many blessings.